once you complete your answers, I can go back into it within 2 days. I can see what the trend is. And by the end of the week, so by Saturday, Sunday, I can tell you what the training is going to be on. So you've got like almost a week to prepare for the training, because the following week will be mastermind. All right. So it's planning and accountability today. Then next week, Thursday, is the mastermind. The following Thursday is the training. So you'll have ample time. We'll let you know beforehand. Cool. I think we're all done with the announcements, apart from, Michelle, let me put the link for the implementation. And the one last announcement is the WhatsApp group. So from next week, we're going to be changing that. So we're going to make it just for broadcasting. So we'll use it to let you know, to give you any reminders, to give you any dates that you need to know about. We're going to use it just for that. And so all communication, any questions, any comments, we're going to use the Facebook group, which we're all in. I'm assuming we're all in this Facebook group already. So we'll use that. I'll put the Facebook group in here just in case.
The groups are all, sorry, Michelle, yeah. Everything's available on the onboarding document, just in case, and I'll drop that link in the chat now for any links that you may be missing, for any groups you need to add in, be joined in for, and any documents, logins, it's all in that document. So yeah. I'll put that now.
That'd be great. That'd be awesome. So people can just go over it in their own time. Awesome. Brilliant. Okay, so now all the boring stuff is out the way. Are we ready, guys? Are we ready? Let's see if there has been any shift in what, 4 weeks? This has been 4 weeks, right? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. So you all are on the same page. Awesome. Can you all see that? Just put a thumbs up and I can see you to my right. Awesome. Good, good, good. So remember, this is now I'm just going to go over it quickly because there's a few new people here. So when you log in, this is your first page that you should see. And we're going to go to accountability questions. If you've got any questions, put them in the chat for me, and I'm going to keep looking there, or Shireen, you can bring it to my attention as well. So we're going to go to accountability questions. So can you do that on your client folio, please, everybody? All right, my login details have disappeared again. All right, give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to get my login details again. So you should be on accountability questions. Let me know if there's any problems. Claire, you can't log in. All right, Shireen's going to help you with that while I get my login details again. It signs you out if you haven't been on it for a little bit. And once you're in, just put a yes in the comments for me, please, so I know that we're all here. Awesome. Right, I'm back in.
Sorry, can I just ask?
Go for it.
Is this the same portal as the expert to authority portal, is it?
No, I don't think it is. So have you, let me share my screen again so you can see. Because it's called Client Folio. Okay,
because that's the email access details I received today. That's for the expert to authority. I'm not sure if I've received these access details.
So Shireen just put the link in the chat.
I'll send you your login details now in a private message.
Okay, thank you, Shireen.
So let me just double check, make sure everyone's in. Angela's in, brilliant. Fiona, Angie, awesome, awesome. Claire, we're sorting you out. Dr. Faith, perfect, perfect, perfect. Good, good, good. Right. So just like we did 4 weeks ago, and it will take you time to remember what we need to do, you're going to go in and you're going to answer these questions. So I'm going to give 15 minutes. There's 15 questions, about a minute on each. You should have your numbers already. If you've got any problems, please put in the chat and we can try and help you with that. So let me just have a look and see what's happening. So who's not in? We need to make sure that most people aren't in. Margie, so Margie, what are you saying? I'm not in yet. Oh, okay. Have you got difficulties logging in, or everything's okay?
It asked me for a password, so I just put forgot password. I'm waiting for it to come through.
Okay, okay, that's fine. Claire, come off mute for me, my dear. Let me hear how you're getting on.
Yes, I'm in now, but I've not seen this before, but I did send, I thought it was like a Google document or something before at the end of each month.
So each month,
Did this start last month?
Yes, it only just started last month, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know.
So it started with the pilot group. We went through this on the first Thursday of the month.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if we're not in the pilot group, is this the first time you'll have got
So,
this?
so you'll put your first one in. Yeah, that's fine. Because
Okay.
there's people going to keep coming in at different times.
Okay,
So
cool.
you just put whatever figures is relevant to you. So that's not a problem.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay, thanks.
Let's see. Angela, how are you doing, my dear? Let me know, please.
I can't log in at all. So was that, sorry, I didn't hear you. Did you say this was, you got login details 2 weeks ago? No, 4 weeks ago.
Oh, no. So if you weren't part of the pilot, you and did you go to the onboarding call on Tuesday?
No.
Oh, okay. So what?
No, I was already a GTeX member anyhow. So is this different or?
So this is different. This is a new platform. Yeah, it's a new.
Oh, this is a totally new platform. That's probably why I haven't got no details.
Yeah. So on Tuesday, so I think Vishal and a couple other people came to the onboarding on Tuesday. So they were all set up. So if you hadn't come to that, we're going to set you up there now. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Just to say, Michelle, yes, I was on the onboarding call, but we didn't go through this bit where we didn't go through logging on to this.
Okay. So can you log on now, though?
I can log on now. Yes. Thank you. Shireen sent me the details.
Awesome.
And sorry, also Gula is trying to log into the Zoom meeting. I think she said, I think she's still waiting to be have access to join.
When could you?
She should be in. She should be in by now.
Oh, she might be in now. Okay, right.
Awesome.
Michelle, Sophia here. Do we have to, sorry, do we have to answer these questions now?
Yeah.
Right, because I ain't got the time to answer the questions. It's going to take some thinking for me.
Oh, okay. So we'll do what you can, and if you can't finish them now, this is for everybody. If you can't finish them now, then you can finish it, but get it done by the end of the week.
Yeah, I can definitely do. I can do that by the end of the week, but not. My head is not in that space to answer these questions.
No problem.
All right, thank you.
So everybody
Michelle?
else. Yes, who's this?
Well, it's Pamela. I'm just starting off, so I have clients from another aspect, but it's nothing to do with GTeX, and so therefore I'm theoretically not really earning from them. I'm still seeing clients from just being a therapist, but it's nothing to do with what I'm creating now. So how do I fill in these forms?
So if you want to do it as a new, almost like a new business.
Yeah.
Is that how you want to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you start from zero. You start from zero. Yeah. And then so at least you know what your baseline is, and then you can continue to grow from there.
Because in the sense that I've just been really concentrating in building up my material and working on my offer, but I'm not there yet. Hopefully I will be there soon, but there's nothing I can say that I'm earning from.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. So do what you can.
Okay.
And you can still answer the other questions, just like Sophia. So Sophia, still please answer what is your priority for the next 30 days? What's your biggest challenge at the moment? So still put those key things in.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thanks. Yeah.
Can everyone just give me a thumbs up in the chat or whoever hasn't logged in, just let me know in the chat. Everyone should have received their login and their passwords by now. Great.
Michelle, my questions seem to be different to what I can see on your screen. Are these questions specific to each?
Yeah, everyone should have the same questions. So you don't have what's not coming up, for example.
So for example, my first question is, what did you attempt to accomplish since the last time we spoke, but have not?
Michelle, can you refresh your page now and see if they've changed?
Okay.
Did you see I've just refreshed it?
I've just refreshed it. The questions are the same.
There should be 15 questions. They may be in a different order.
Oh,
I have 29 questions.
I've got 44 questions.
Huh?
Sorry.
I think there's another area in where we reviewed the session with the coach, isn't?
Yeah, so let me go back. So just make sure we're all on the same page. So Vishal, did you see this when you logged in, right? Something similar to this, right?
Correct, yes.
And then you go to accountability questions.
Exactly, that's what I went through. And I see 44 questions.
Oh.
I also have 44 questions.
And who was that? Who just said that?
Dr. Faith.
Right, let's make a note.
Michelle, I have 29 questions. That's Sophia.
Oh, wow. Okay, so.
That's why I said I can't be answering these.
Oh, I see. So Sophia's got 29.
Yeah, 44 is quite a bit to answer.
Yeah, that's going to be a bit difficult. Not too sure why that's happening. Let me just. So everybody else keep answering, and we'll sort out everybody else now.
I also have 29 questions. That's Pamela.
Pamela, brilliant. Sorry, because I can't see everybody. So 29.
Anybody that has more than 15 questions, just let me know in the chat, and that will change in the next 2 minutes.
I got
So a lot of
42.
these questions are like, how many times did I exercise last week? What's the intention for the week? That kind of stuff. And I don't know if that's meant for business or
just so Faith, if you refresh, it might have changed by now. Everyone else that has more than 15 questions, please just drop it in the chat.
It's fixed now for me.
That's what I'm getting. Let me refresh it again, see if. No, I'm still getting the same 44.
Okay, do you know, Michelle, what we might do? We've got these questions separately. We're gonna send them to you so that you can still get the work done, because I don't want you to miss out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Pamela's
still I've just it's come on now. I've got 15 now. Thank you.
Awesome.
Just refreshed it. Fantastic. Thank you, Sherry.
Sorry, Michelle. One of the questions asked for revenue. Now, my revenue is more majority on my property rather than my consulting. How do I address that?
Do you want to do this for your consulting?
What we're doing here now?
Yeah, in terms of the recurring revenue, do you want to do it for your whole business, or do you want to do it specifically because you've got the property and you've got the consultancy? How do you want to do it? Because whatever you decide, that's what has to continue.
Right, consultancy.
Yeah, I would say consultancy, because the property, you're happy with that, the revenue that you're generating from that, that's working. So if you want to get a higher revenue in terms of your consultancy side of your business, then let's focus on that for the duration of this program.
Right, okay.
Yeah, awesome.
All right.
Sean?
So everyone should have 15 questions by now. If not, just let me know in the chat.
Sean, did you have a question?
Yeah, I have a conundrum.
Conundrum.
Share the conundrum. Right, so this GTeX thing is about my coaching business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to learn how to make money in my coaching business. I say my own business, but it's kind of like my university of Shan.
Mm-hmm.
And at the moment it's not making money, but I want to take the steps and learn through this GTeX experience so that it makes money. But I'm also challenged because I also have the cooperative, and the difference is night and day. Like, and so I'm kind of going, like, for my coaching business, I'm like, right, how do I get paying clients? And for the linked, for my cooperative, there's like thousands of people signing up for our events, and you know, I'm tempted to just be like, do I just dump the coaching business? But then I really haven't learned the mechanisms, so I'm a bit confused. Like, do you think I should just, like, what my main aim was, I'm going to use this experience to build the coaching business to the income I want, and it's the type, I'm building the type of business that is one to many, that is not high intensity for me. Like, I want to get to the point, if it's one-to-one coaching, then it's paid at very high ticket. So I want to learn how to do that so I can go and live somewhere hot and
as we all do.
Yeah, and just make money by doing just one to many. So should I focus on that with the GTeX thing and let because the cooperative as well, we've got collaborations coming out with people like Australian government and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of like, just a wee bit confused.
I would say, this is just a suggestion. If you, so like you said, the cooperative it's almost self-sustaining, isn't it?
It's kind of the power behind it is of a greater than me,
right?
You know, and so it's attracting people.
So and then you've got the coaching that you want to do.
Yeah,
so
that's for women. Like, my coaching business is for business women.
And this is what you want to do as well.
Yeah, this is what I want to do.
I would say, just like I'd said with Sophia, in that case, concentrate on that then, because like you said, because I know about your cooperative, it's almost a whole entity, very separate from what you do as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit philanthropy in a way, because like, it's people own it who join it, like we don't own it. So therefore there's a lot of mechanisms around how getting paid from it.
Yes.
And so from my coach's business, I need that to pay me so that I can do the philanthropy part of the co-op, you know?
Yeah. So do the coaching, because I'm looking with the questions, you know, what's your revenue? So you can put that in, whether it's 0, whether it's 500, whether it's 2,000. You can still answer those questions. You know, what has made your 3 biggest, what's been your 3 biggest successes? How do you feel about your business at the moment? So when now we're talking about business, think about your business in its holistic form. Because just like all of us, we have different things that we do within our businesses. So I do like HR, and then I also have training, but then I also help with entrepreneurs. But for me, if I was to do this, I will look at my whole business.
Which is the whole coaching business, or which is the whole cooperative?
My whole brand. So my business is the people's partner. So I would be doing this according to my whole business. So when it's talking about my revenues for last month, I can say how much it is because I've got it in front of me. So I know how much my business makes every month.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a decision that you have to make. But if you, I would say you've got your coaching business, which is separate from the cooperative. So use your coaching business, and but whatever you decide, you've got to follow it through. So
last month, I decided to learn more about how to speak to my audience, because obviously I'm not doing it well enough if people are not getting it. And I put a survey out and I got 61 women answered it. So now it is giving me language to speak to my audience. So yeah, okay. So I'll try, and every time I'm with the GTeX and doing this thing, just get in this zone, you know? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sustainable success coach today. I'm not cooperative owner or STG. Just okay. Thank you. I needed that.
Good stuff. Brilliant. Guys, how else are we all doing?
Okay, we're leaving in about 5 minutes or so, so you need to get your stuff on.
Shireen, can you put everybody on mute if they're not speaking, please? Thank you. So give it 2 more minutes, guys.
Michelle, Sophia, is it okay to I answer the questions as if starting from scratch, because I've been off for the last 2 months and just coming back, so I've started from zero, so that's how I've answered it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And so now this will be good to see your growth over the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, so you can see specifically how your consultancy is working for you.
Perfect. That's what I've done. Thank you.
Awesome. So you managed to, you've done the 15 questions now?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Part today. I felt energized.
Brilliant. Are you all done? No? All right, I'll give it 2 more minutes. If you need any help with anything, please let me know.
I'm going to drop the link for the ad event calendar invite. So this will provide you with all the dates for the whole year for the Ultimate Expert Program, as some people have been asking. So you can just click the link, put in your details, and you'd get all the dates for the whole year.
And Shireen, could you help Dagmata, please? Because she's just come in. I don't want to have to go through what we said, because I'm really conscious of people's time. So if
I've sent her a private message in the chat.
Awesome, that's great. Right, because I want to move on for you to put your figures in the stat. So just make sure you're saving all your work. I know, guys, this feels like the most laborious bit, but it's actually the most important, because this is the data. This is where you know, actually, is your business really growing? Is the work that you're putting in making a difference? And if we don't do this bit, and this is why I want us to do this together, so we can iron out any bugs, we can help you, just walk you through it, because this information is an indication in terms of where you are, is your business growing, is it stagnant, or is it not? Things are not working out. That's why we need this data. Okay. Awesome. I'm going to share my screen again. Right, folio. Can you just let me know, thumbs up, that you can see that before I move on? Sean, okay, good. I could only see Sean. Right, brilliant. So that's been done and that's been saved. So what will happen now, within the next 2-3 days, I'll go into every single one of your responses and I'll be looking at what you're working on for the next 30 days, any challenges you've had. And so then I'll be able to either share some resources or I might be able to give you some guidance on what you should be doing. And that's myself and Simone will be doing that for you, all right? So that's why, you know, fill it out as much as you can. So we've got that data to guide you, especially in terms of your challenges or your next steps. So right, now we've got to go to stats and goals. So if you can go to this page and we can all go to stats and goals, please. So this is what it should look like. Now we're only interested in the first column and you should have, fingers crossed, number of paying clients, past month revenues, and audience size. And there's a little box, blue box underneath, and they all should be ticked. Yeah, that's what you should see. If you don't see that, please let us know. And what I want you to do this time is put in the number of paying clients, just the number, whether it's 10, whether it's 5, whether it's 2, whether it's 0, just put a number in there. Your past month revenues. So this is going to be based on what you put in your accountability questions. So it shouldn't be a completely different revenue amount. Put your past month revenue and your audience size. And your audience are your email list, your social media following. So think of Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, your email list. Put the total amount in there. And once you've done it, to your right, let me show you here, hopefully you can see my cursor moving. You can see today's date, 3rd of the 3rd, 2022. You press add, then we can save it. So we want to make sure this data is being added so that we can track your progress with the statistics and the graphs. So let's have a look if there's any charts. So Felicia, you say there's no ticks. Can you click the ticks? If it's unticked, can you click them?
No, I can't tick them either.
You need to press return because it was going funny on mine. And when I pressed return, I was able to type in stuff. Maybe try that.
Right.
Michelle,
I can type in, but I can't push graph. It's all grayed out.
Yeah, grayed out.
Same here.
Okay, so let me just get a list of names to that. So Vishal, you said graph is grayed out, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And somebody else said it. Can you just say your name?
Antonia.
Dr. Faith. That's my problem too.
Yeah. Okay.
So Angela as well, Angela Ward. I can't do the grey. It's grayed out for me too.
All right.
Some people who have not had a session or do not have not in their stats before, which are a lot of people because you weren't a part of the pilot, cannot click it just as of yet. But still, please put in the titles and your numbers and click add.
I've done my stats before, but my boxes are still grayed out.
I think you have to do 3 stats before you can actually access the grey.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's also slightly different to what I'm seeing on Michelle. So Michelle's, for example, says number of paying clients. Mine just says paying clients. I don't know if anyone else is seeing that difference.
So what you can do, you see where I put the pencil, you can just go in and manually change that.
Oh, I see.
So if anybody has something slightly different or any variations, just click the title and you can go in manually and do it that way.
Okay, this is Pamela. I have paying clients, but it's not from this project. So I just put 0.
Yeah, because you already shared that you want to do this as like brand new, almost like a brand new business. So yeah, if you have no clients, paying clients, because I know we tend to use clients quite willy-nilly, but we're talking about paid ones. So,
so I've got nothing. And then I'm in the process of finding out how many people I do have in my email, having talked to Nicola. So I don't have all the numbers.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
So you haven't got any revenue, have you then?
No. And I haven't got, I've got about 750 Facebook clients, but I'm in the process of making my email list. So I don't have that at the moment.
Okay, so it'll be 0. So definitely in your accountability questions, and when we put you into breakout shortly, these are some of the things that you need to be doing. There's some activities that you need to be doing to start getting some presence in terms of audience lists and revenues.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
I figured it out. So if you put your numbers in first for the people who have the grayed out boxes and you push save, it will add the graph. You can then click to add them to the graph, but it'll save it.
Awesome. Who was that? Let me say thank you.
Oh, Dr. Faith.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Faith.
No problem.
Michelle, quick question to fire again. I see I can't ask so much questions now, isn't it?
No problem. This is what we're here for.
On the social media, now I've got over, I've got like near on 8,000 for LinkedIn. Across my whole social media, just shy of about 9,000, and I've got another sort of 4,000 in my emails. Do I put that collectively?
Yes,
I just put 9,000.
Yeah, yes, please.
Yeah? All right.
Because those 9,000 collectively, you can still market to them for your consultancy, can't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome, awesome.
So somebody said how we could get the graphs, to get the ticks on the graphs. How was it again, sorry? How can I do that?
So let me go back to it, hold on.
One moment.
If you fill in the numbers and then you push save, it will allow you to click on the graph buttons afterwards. And you can go back and if you've previously put numbers in, you can go back in and edit those numbers. But until you push save, you can't get access to the graph buttons.
So when I press save, it gives me a new form, and the one that I've saved is on the side, which is the current today's date. Is that then I go into it again?
Have a, let me see what you're seeing as well. So you said that you put your figures in, you press save, and then on the right where it says the third, let's see, if you go into edit, I'm just doing it on mine to see what happens.
Oh, my numbers have actually disappeared.
Michelle, for me, it saved everything without ticking the graph.
Oh, wow.
and last month is not there, like last month.
No, yeah, that's fine because it'll come up on your stats. Remember, we need at least 3 lots of stats, and then it will come up on your stats. So
it saves without the graph. You have to click the graph after you save it.
I tried doing that and it didn't work. So I saved it. Then I had the today's date on the side. Then I tried to go back into it. It gave me a completely blank page again. So I re-entered it, clicked the graph, and it didn't.
Did you press add?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Didn't work.
All
but it's there.
We're making notes of all of this because we need to let the software company know that it's not intuitive enough. So so thank you for all these comments, and the more that we hear about this, the more we can make it better. So lovely Shireen, are you taking notes of all of these things?
I am indeed.
Good.
I think we could say this is just a work in progress.
It is. Thank you, Pamela. It sure is. Right.
And it's exciting.
Sorry, Michelle. So my numbers are kind of disappearing. So when I save,
when you save it, it will go. That's one of the issues that we don't want to happen, but it is saved. If you had put it in and you press add and save, it has been saved.
And if I want to go back to where I put them in, how can I access that? Do you know?
So does it allow you to, let me go back into it, stats and goals. On the right, you should see 3rd of the 3rd, 2022, and go into edit.
It doesn't show me edit, it just shows me add.
And you've already put the details in and you already pressed add, didn't you? You said.
Yeah, I did it twice. And when I press on add again, it just comes up with a blank. It doesn't give me what I put in. So I wasn't sure whether they're saved or not.
It won't show up. It's because it's your first input. So the first few don't really show up all the time. So don't worry, as long as you've pressed add, it should have been put into the system.
Oh, right, okay. But I can't access them if I want to see them again?
Well, not at the moment. That's one of the things that we're working with Client Folio, because that's something that came up last month, but if people wanted to go back and see, which makes sense. So that's one of the things we've identified that.
Oh, cool. Thank you. All right.
Awesome. Right, we're getting through, guys. We're getting through. Thank you, guys, for your patience. So has everyone done?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So, guys, this is what
I have a quick question for you.
Oh,
sorry,
go for it.
right before we move on.
No problem.
The past month's revenue, is that reoccurring or is that total?
Is there a day of the week next week you prefer?
I can hear too many other people. Sorry, say that again. Sorry.
Sorry, my husband works right next to me.
Oh.
And his whole work is online. Is the past month revenue total or is it just recurrent?
So, and you weren't on the pilot, were you?
I was, but my father passed away, and so so I'm back now.
Okay. So for this, we're putting in your recurring, whatever your last month's, because you're not doing like two separate businesses here. Whatever your business is, that's where you want the recurring income up to 8,000-10,000. So whatever your recurring revenue was last month, put that in. And then
because it's like it goes up and down depending on if we're doing big launches or small
because
launches.
what we're going to do an average of 3 months.
Awesome. Michelle, can I ask again? I thought I was not confused anymore after we had this back and forth with Simone 2 weeks ago with regards to recurring revenue and revenue.
Yeah. And
now I understood that I should take all, like it's still 0, but to take all revenue and not just the recurring. And I'm still not clear about because he said if I have one-time clients and it's a big infusion of money in 1 month, I should still take it. But to me, this is not recurring revenue. So maybe it's just a thing in my mind. But
yeah, I remember he had explained in there, and so if he had said that to take that as your revenue and not do like recurring revenue, especially if yours is going up or down, then just do whatever he had said. Let me go and I'll get what he put exactly, so we're all on the same page.
Yeah, because when I had the onboarding call with him, I totally understood it's just about getting the recurring revenue up so that it doesn't go up and down.
Yes.
And that was when I signed up. And then afterwards it was, no, take everything. And I was like, so I'm not clear on it.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure, because he explains it better than I do, I'm going to make sure that everybody's on the same page. And we definitely want everyone to be on the same page. So I will, if it means getting him to do another video or speaking to people, whatever, we've got to get that right. So, and if is anyone else still confused about that? Because if you are, we need to make sure everybody understands that. All right.
Also, I'm with Antonia on this because I'm not confused. It's the wording. You're going to have to decide, is it recurring revenues, you're going to call it, or is it so it's a 3 month moving average? Because at the moment, that's what you're asking for.
Yeah.
And yet the program to me is about recurring revenues. So like Antonia, sorry, that's what drew me into it, because that's what you talked about. So I did put that in my feedback.
And that's what is on the sales page of the Ultimate Expert of the new one. It's like we want to get your recurring revenue up to 8,000, and that's everywhere, and it's still there in the document. And to me, this is a misalignment of how I'm not a native speaker, but still, it's from everything that I understand of business, it's two things.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So whatever Simone had said and put in his video, that's the way we're going to do it. That's so I will make sure that we'll repost the video and repost, and I think you've done an explanation of it as well, so that whatever name we've given it and whatever explanation, that's the one we're going with. All right. So let me, we'll dig that out and we'll put back in the chat, and it's on the onboarding document as well. And it's in the Facebook group as well, his video on that.
Yeah, I just would love to add when it's advertised with just the words recurring revenue, that it's aligned as well.
Yeah.
Not just for us, because we can learn how he means it, but someone else will not know it.
That's very good feedback.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
I feel the same way, because I actually have somebody who's looked at a lot of Simone's pages, because they just love me to bits and they want to make sure I'm not getting duped, right? And they're just trying to protect me. And they are saying there's misalignment with his marketing, and that makes them think like, is he a bit dodgy? Right? So I'm just being completely honest there. That person's only looking at that because they're trying to make sure I'm okay and my energy and my time is put into things that are going to better my life. And reoccurring revenues to me is like, you say we have, like, I coach today and I get like whatever I'm paid for coaching, and then in next 3 weeks I get another one of them. That doesn't add into my recurring revenue. But if I have someone who buys a package, like a coaching package, that they're going to be paying monthly retainer for a said amount of packages, that to me is reoccurring revenue. So if I set up more of them, then that's my reoccurring revenue. The rest is just gravy. It's like bonus.
Yeah, of course.
And there's other people watching who are commenting negatively about the marketing that's being said. So it is a very valid point that everybody's saying.
Yeah, thank you for all of this. Is really great feedback. What I'm going to do, Shireen, if I'm just going to get Shireen to quickly share her screen, we're just going to listen to Simone's explanation of it once more, and then I'm going to put you into your breakout rooms. All right, so let's just listen to that. Over to you, Shireen, if you're there.
Yep.
Oh, turn it up if you can.
Yep.
Explain some of the thinking that we had behind refining the definition of recurring revenues. I know that was something that created a bit of confusion, and that was great feedback for us. That's why we're doing the pilot. So then we have a unified definition of recurring revenues. When I calculate recurring revenues, I always look as not only coming from one place. I'm not calculating the recurring revenue from one particular program, but I'm looking at all the different incomes that I have, and then using those as the recurring revenue metric, in particular in the GTeX business. And one of the things that is clear is that if we mentor you for on one part of your business, then of course that will not impact only that part, but will impact every other area of the business. So it would not be fair for us to restrict, and for us and for you to restrict the mentoring on one particular product, or one particular service, or one particular membership, because it doesn't represent the reality of business. You will promote a series of services. You will make a number of sales. You will offer different services. So here's what we were thinking: to consider as recurring revenue the average of your revenue in a 3-month period, over a 3-month period. So it's the average of your revenue over a 3-month period. So every 3 months we will make the average and then calculate what that milestone, what the number is, and that will make you progress through the milestones. So based on this, I know there will be some shuffling that we'll have to do, because maybe you will find that you are already in a higher milestone, for example, than starting from zero, because you're considering also maybe some recurring contracts that you have, some other income that you already have from the pre-existing clients and so on. But that will give us a much better overview moving forward for helping you in your business, because it will have a more realistic representation of where your business is at. Now, considering monthly recurring revenues as the recurring revenue milestone as the average of your revenue in a given 3 months period. And then every 3 months we review the revenue. So we review also your milestones and where you are. But then it means that every month when you submit your stats, you're submitting the stats of your income of the previous month. So your total income of the previous month, your total income from the previous month, and then we will make the average. So let me know what you think, and cannot wait to hear your feedback on this, and then we can keep refining until with all of us, then we are happy with what is the definition and how we're going to calculate it. So cannot wait to hear your feedback. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that, Jane. So hopefully you could get most of it, because I know it went quiet, but it's all in the Facebook group, and there's a link to it in the onboarding, just to refresh our memories and make sure that we're all on the same page. All right, guys, I wanted to do that because it's important that we are all working to the same hymn. So we are going to go into our breakout rooms now. I'm going to take one question from Sophia. Give me 2 secs. We're going to go into our breakout rooms. And if no one's in a breakout room, we're going to put you in the right room, so not to worry about that. And in the breakout room, I'm going to give you, so there's how many? There's roughly between, like I said, between 3 and 5 people in there. And we're going to give it about 15 minutes. If you need longer, I'll check in. And this is, and in here, I want you to discuss amongst yourselves what's going to be your commitment for the next 30 days based on the answers you've written down in your accountability questions. What do you want to work on in the next 30 days? What does it look like? Is it, I mean, is it reaching out to certain people because you know you need to build these networks? Is it putting on a webinar because you want to get people into your sales funnel? There's a number of people who are starting from scratch. What does starting from scratch look like? What should you be doing? And if you, as most accountability groups or action learning sets, if you know about that, the other people can also put some suggestions forward as well. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So just before we go, I'm just going to hear the 2 questions and then we're going to move on for sure, because I'm conscious of time and I want to make space for Q&As at the end. Sophia, I think.
Yeah, after watching that video, I feel a little bit confused because I've got recurring revenue from all my investments. So, you know, do I put that in? And then I've got a problem with sharing what my recurring revenue is. Do you understand what I mean? I feel a bit, I don't really want to share those numbers because it's big numbers. So do I put those numbers in, or do I just say, you know what, just scratch, just do it from a blank sheet, so to speak?
Well, the fact that, if we remember, we said that we're going to do your
consultancy. Yeah.
I think if we stick with that,
yeah,
just do whatever the average of the recurring revenue is for that. I'm looking at the notes that from the video that I just picked up, right? So just do your revenue from that and not all your investments, because you're just going to do your consultancy, okay?
Yeah. So awesome. Just don't do it with any other company, just the consultancy side.
That's if you want to just do it's only because that's what we
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Tonya, let me see if I can answer your question. I may not be able to, but I'll try.
It's just an addition to what we just heard from Simone. For me, when I hear him, it really contradicts all the marketing from before.
Okay.
So I would really ask him to reconsider the word recurring.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because recurring revenue is this is when I want to set up my memberships and all the other things, and to me, when he explains it like this, I feel like a slump in my stomach, like there's something off. And if it would say average of income of 3 months, for example, then it would be, yeah, that's what we're speaking about. But if it's advertised as recurring revenue of 88,000, to me, it's something completely different. It's just, yeah, I just want to leave it here.
Okay, no, that's fine. I've taken on your points and we'll definitely get it addressed. Because it's really important that we address this. So what we're going to do I'll speak to Simone, and he makes it very clear in terms of like we said, even in terms of the language, the words that we're using, so that everybody understands. So if you need to go in, you can go back into your client portfolio and then change your figure. You can go into edit and change it according to whether we're going to be doing recurring, whether it's going to be an average, whatever is going to be totally agreed, then you can go back in and change that, all right? So you'll be able to do that. Okay, great. Listen, guys, let's move on. We need to go into our breakout rooms. So Shireen, is that ready now? And we can, awesome. So we're gonna go into our breakout rooms. Please select an ambassador or a leader. And that will be the same person going forward. If anything happens, we can always change, but let's just keep a level of consistency. We're going to go into our breakout rooms. We're going to look at what you've got to be working on in the next 30 days. Please don't use the time to talk about the recurring incomes, because we will not get clarity until Simone gives that clarity once again, all right? So I don't want you to waste your time doing that. Let's move on from there. Let's talk about now, where do we go from here? How is my next 30 days going to look like? So let's do that. And Shireen, if you could do the breakout rooms, put everyone into rooms now, and we will come back in. So now it's, I don't know, what is it, like coming up to 10 past 6. Let's give it till 20 past.
Michelle, can you just please repeat? So what are we going to work on for the next 30 days? And
yes, yeah, let's do that. Yeah,
okay.
Let's keep it simple. Let's just do that. What we're going to work on, because there's going to be enough that you can be working on within 30 days. And you remember, you have to bear in mind, you're doing other things as well, right, guys? This is not your only membership, I'm sure. So I need you to keep it simple and commit to things that you know you can do. So if you know you can't do a website and do a membership list and all of that in a month, don't do it. Don't do it. We only want to work on things that we can really commit to, because I know everyone's got so many other things happening. All right,
Michelle, I'll just be a quick second. Just to say on that point, I committed to one thing last month, and it was so powerful. I achieved that one thing rather than split focus on a million things. So I just wanted to back up that it's really, really powerful to do that one thing.
That's the one thing. All right, and then you can explain, if you have time, what that looks like. But please, let's just commit to one thing at the moment. Okay, Shireen, over to you, my dear. Caroline, are you there? She's frozen.
I think she may be frozen.
Ah, she's frozen. Angel needs a room.
She's in her, should just accept her.
Okay, she just needs to accept it. Okay. Doug Marta, my dear, how are you?
There was nobody else in that room.
Durga Mata and Gulai, so I will add her with Gulai.
No.
Because Gulai is on her own now as well.
Oh, because not everybody's here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, in that case, do you put Gulai with, let me just open the accountability. Put Gulai for now. Who else is here? Put her with Sean.
What's the name of the group?
Oh, Ignite.
Done.
And put Durga Mata. I'm just trying to remember who's here actually now. Carolina's not here. Angela. Put her with Felicia. And that's Vitality, group Vitality.
Done.
Awesome.
Oh my God. You could make it a bit louder.
Yeah.
It's not very loud. Cannot hear it, huh?
Oh.
Can't hear it.
Are we okay, guys?
Yes, but we
Keeping
can't
the energy
hear
level
music you're
high.
driving to.
Are you dancing to music? Because we can't hear any.
No, we can't hear anything, Michelle. We could just see you driving.
Can't hear anything.
Share the music, Michelle. We want to listen to it.
The thrill of the fight. Well, anyway, music's finished now. Next time I'll sing for you guys. Good. All right. So how was the breakout room, guys? Let's have some shares. We've got time. So I want to find out what everyone's going to be working on for the next 30 days. All right. So we want to keep it short, snappy. We're going to do it a round robin. So you need to have it. So I'm giving everybody some time to think about what are they going to work on in the next 30 days to make a distinct difference to your business. All right, that's what we're going to do. Sean, we'll start with you. Soon as you're
short and snappy.
Short and snappy.
Dr. Faith Coates is going to be working on her website, streamlining everything so that when she turns on her beautiful tap of people, they do not flood in and burn her out. Goulet is moving house and then going to get an admin staff in place so that she can get her course in place with her new partner. And I am going to endeavor to sell 10 spaces on my 3-hour workshop. Now that I've got all the wording. That's it. Boom.
I love it. So I'm going to challenge everybody. Goulet, you're going to get an admin. Where are you getting your admin from?
I'm going to look at agencies to find me an administrator. Agencies that specialize in the finance industry.
Okay, good. Right, brilliant. Dr. Faith, you're doing your website, aren't you? You're updating your website. You've got someone doing that. It should be finished within 30 days, do you think?
I'm doing it and I'm moving themes over and I built my whole website. So like, I know how to do it. Hopefully it'll be done by the next 3 days or so.
Brilliant. And Sean, you're selling your 10 spaces. How are you selling your 10 spaces?
No, I've got my wording right. That I'm going to use that in adverts and have adverts going out, and also personal outreach through message. I'm going to like try and milk my Facebook. I already got rid of a few hundred people this month. So I'm going to use that as a tester. Are you interested in my stuff? If not, please leave my Facebook. And do the same on LinkedIn. Awesome. Good. And are you going to use paid advertising as well? I'm not going to use paid at the moment until I find out whether my wording's right. Because I'm nervous to send paid adverts to something that's not converting. So I'm going to see if I can get some conversions first and check that the landing page is converting and before I drive more traffic to it. Okay, good. So at least there'll be something you can test and measure, definitely. Awesome, thank you for that, ladies. Next, I have Raha.
So, shall I summarize my group like Sean did? Okay, so Angela is launching a retreat day on the 26th of March, and she's in the process of getting it sold out, hopefully. She's also looking at other venues and wanting to have a retreat every 6 weeks and to do a weekend retreat. She also wants to do further networking over the next 30 days. Felicia is doing a course and wants to finish it, wants to finish creating it. She's going to be more visible by doing more Facebook Lives and speaking on a couple of podcasts. She's already done a few podcasts, but she's going to be doing some more. Awesome. Julian is going to finish creating his course and he wants to create another offer via social media and by sending it to his social media, on social media and to his email list. Drugamata is preparing for her next monthly workshop. She runs them every month. She's also updating her current 9-week course. And she said she's going to work on her website. And on the 20th of March, she's running a stress reducing event in aid of the Ukrainian crisis. And me, I'm just going to reach out to 30 people over the next 30 days. So I'm going to connect with 30 people.
Okay, brilliant. So really great shares there. One thing, couple of people I just wanted to just push back. Felisa, you want to do your Facebook Lives and podcasts. Have you got these podcasts booked in the diary for March, or you're going to be asked?
I've got appointments booked with people from networking meetings to chat to who have got much bigger audiences than me, and they've got various network like podcasts. They've also got Facebook Lives going on and all sorts of things that they'd like me to talk at and talk with them on. So I'm going to meet with them and organise it.
Awesome. So give me a number. How many do you want to book? So it's not like you'd be delivering it in March, but how many do you want to have booked in March to deliver or to actually do?
Yes. So I might get 3 done in March, because I know I've definitely got 2 coming up, so there might be a 3rd one. And I may book another 3.
Okay, so your target is 6, all right?
Yes.
Awesome. Brilliant. Thank you for that. And there's one other person I wanted to, Angela. You're doing your retreat on the 26th. Well done for that. And you said there was something around networking. Tell me more. What are you going to do? And you're on mute.
Various things I'm thinking, but I've just had some leaflets delivered, so I'm going to go down to the nearest town to me, not my local town, because I live in quite a deprived area. So I'm going to go closer to where the actual venue is, and I'm going to go to places like beauty shops and stuff like that, and leave some leaflets there. So I'm going to do that in the first instance. I've got a Facebook ad running at the moment, and I'm working with Facebook to actually tweak that. So although that's not networking per se, it's actually going to teach me a little bit more about how the adverts work. So I'm getting lots and lots and lots of reach, but no clicks right now, as in from Eventbrite, because it goes to Eventbrite. So it's all, this one for me is all a learning curve on how to push it out there, because I know what I'm offering, or what the offer is a bloody good offer. I've always had problems with the marketing side, right? It's always been that for me. So I'm just going through this learning. So it's talking to people, getting my leaflets out there. I've got new business cards I've just developed. I've tweaked my website. I'm tweaking and learning as I go along. And it's just get out there. That's it.
Awesome. Sounds great. It sounds really good. So, and obviously some of what you've shared is going to be, was answered in your accountability questions. So we can also give you some more guidance on that. And once we do feedback. Awesome. Thank you so much. Brilliant. So on who I can see next that hasn't been covered, Helen, your group, please. And who's the ambassador or leader of your group?
Ooh, it's me.
Well, okay then. So go on, Helen. Your group. What's the working on?
Yeah. So Antonia is going to be continuing the 21-day pilot of her program, and then beginning to build and refine it, like in conjunction with her customers, like in the feedback that she's getting. Pamela is going to be designing her first presentation and delivering it as well. And Fiona is going to be starting weekly Facebook Lives on a Wednesday afternoon. And I am going to be prioritizing my speaking, in that I need to refine and deliver a webinar on the 16th of March and deliver my first corporate talk on the 30th of March. Yeah, so that's what I'm focusing on.
Nice. Okay, so let's have a quick read. Antonia, well done for you've got something happening on the 21st with your pilot. Brilliant. Pamela, you're going to do your first, is it a first presentation? Did I get that right? You're doing either some presentation on Facebook Live. I think that's brilliant. Fiona's doing some Facebook Lives once she gets her voice back, everybody. And Helen, you've got the 16th of March in your diary and the 30th of March. So brilliant, good. There's no pushbacks there. I just want to make sure everyone's very clear on the steps they're taking. Brilliant. Good. Pamela, actually, one question to you, Pamela, because you said that you're going to be starting from scratch for the business. How are you going to get people to come to your presentation?
I'm going to be doing question and answer with my daughter on Facebook. Okay. And then I'm going to also be recontacting all my clients that I was their midwife, because we've got a connection, and so therefore I'll go through all my contacts and recontact them and tell them that this is what I'm now working on. I'm no longer doing midwifery, but I'm looking into the after delivery and looking for people that are interested to find their natural cycle and prepare for menopause.
Perfect. So what I want you to think about is give yourself a number, because you've got lots of contacts, and realistically you may not be able to get through all your contacts, because I don't know whether it's going to be emailing them or speaking to them. So what I want you to do is to think of a number. How many people realistically, we are the 3rd of March, by the end of March, how many people do I want to speak to or email? So whether that's 30 people, whether that's 50, give yourself a number and stick to that number as close as possible, because it's all about conversions, isn't it? So your conversion rate in term could be 10%, could be 15%. So the more people you speak to, the higher your conversion. So give yourself a number, think about it. I'm going to go into the next person, but give yourself a number, and that's what you want to commit to.
Oh, I'll commit to 70.
70. Did we all hear that, everybody? Okay. Right, I'm writing it down, Pamela.
Okay.
70.
I like challenges. That's how I work. So I'm going to make 70. So that's fine, and I will hopefully go over it.
Okay. Awesome. This is good. Okay, brilliant. Julian, you're next on my screen. Please share with. No, Julian. We've done Julian because you wanted to finish your course. Okay.
That's right.
And how are you getting on with that?
I have to say it's a bit challenging, because with the outline and the modules, so not knowing how many sections in each modules, and yeah.
So make sure one of your responses of your accountability questions, because I've got something to give you that will help.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. All right.
Awesome. Who have we not covered? I'm just looking at all the list of names. No, did we do Sapphire? Go for it.
You need to go to our boss.
Who's your boss?
Yeah, that's right.
No,
I've been put in place, so I had no say in this. Thank you guys. So basically, Sapphire has said that she's going to, in the 30 days, specifically focus on her 5-day challenge and actually run it and upsell her membership academy or her one-to-one coaching sessions. So that's Sapphire. And Angel is 30 days. She's going to create a website. Also, she's going to create a template for her course that she wants to sell. Also structuring that course. And she's also going to get material together for social media. So wants to do targeted posts to her audiences. So that's Angel. And myself, I'd like to get a hybrid program structured. So for those who, I'm running a maximum on my one-to-one. So for those who can't actually get into the one-to-ones and who can't afford the one-to-ones, I want a hybrid program where I can create like videos and training and also give them maybe you know, a little bit of coaching as well. So that's my aim for the next 30 days.
Okay, so we've got the for you, we've got the hybrid program, Sapphire, your 5-day challenge, and leading to your membership or one-to-one with you. And Angel, you had a lot, Angel. Yeah, you had a website, you had templates. I'm reading my notes here. You had social media. Okay, so we want to.
Okay, all right. I'm going to work on the website first,
okay.
And then it will help me sort of structure the course. What sort of course I'm going to be delivering? We're going to deliver, and the targeted marketing is really kind of towards obviously the course anyhow. So that's going to be like, you know, talking about finance and property. So yeah, gonna do this.
Good. Well, you know, you might like be Pamela, you might have really high expectations. So make sure they're in your responses for your accounts, in your accountability, so that I can hold you accountable. Awesome. Right. So I know we've got whose name hasn't been mentioned. Caroline. I haven't heard from Caroline. So over to you, my dear.
I'm with Angie. So Angie's our spokesperson. There was just 2 of us in our group today.
Perfect. So do you want to share?
Who, me or Angie? Because Angie's our lead.
Oh, and
Angie's
no, you can do it jointly because there's only 2 of you.
Yeah, go on. Let's do it, Angie.
Go on then.
We had a
good
chat. Yeah.
Go for Angie and Caroline.
So I'm actually going to be marketing my writing retreat, my in-person writing retreat, which is happening in May. It's now really, it's focused action this month. I want at least 5 paid people on there by the end of this month.
Nice. And how are you going to get those 5 people?
I've got some actions to take, which I'm going, okay. But it's getting them on a call. So it's like messaging at least 10 people per day, going into some groups and saying, can I put a talk on for you? And then, you know, invite people onto a call. So it's getting people onto a call and having conversations.
Love it. And that's the best way. There's some things you can do mass marketing, and then there's other things it requires more manual labor, picking up the phone, talking them through it so they can see the solution. So yeah, brilliant. And I like the fact that you've given yourself around 10 calls a day, because you know your conversion rate. So you know that you have to go in quite hard to just get 5 people. So brilliant. I'm looking forward to hearing the results on that. Angie, over to you. What are you up to?
So I've done quite a lot over the past 30 days, pretty chuffed for myself. The website needs a couple of tweaks, but that's nearly done because it was on Wix. So it wasn't getting seen. So it's now on SEO. I've just got a couple of tweaks to do with that. So what I've actually got my course on Eventbrite, which is on my LinkedIn, on my Facebook page. So I've really just got to go all out with that and promoting that, because I want 6 people on that. So yeah, it's just promoting that. So I'm actively looking for networking meetings. So if anybody could share any networking meetings. Also, my biggest thing is the marketing side of it, because as most of us know, we don't like talking about ourselves. And I really do struggle with the marketing side, but I'm like asking for help for marketing as well. So this is the reason why I asked Sian earlier. She mentioned about doing some training to get engagement on social media. So I'm not sure where that is or how I get that, really.
Yeah. So make sure that's in your accountability questions, so that I can definitely address that. Because in the accountability questions, I read everything, but I definitely go in for what you're currently working on, what's your challenges, and what you've got to be working on for the next 30 days. So those are the questions I really focus in on. So whatever you've got there, I'm going to be responding to that.
Okay. Oh, and thank you very much for the link that you sent me last time. I've got a meeting tomorrow about interns to try and get some help. There's only 2. I've only got 2 hands.
Brilliant.
Just to note, Simone has created the Collaboration Hub, which is a networking event every month or so. So I'm going to drop the link in the chat for everyone that's interested. It's a free event to come in, to network, collaborate, whatever really. It's brilliant. So I'm going to drop the link and you can just register to attend whenever you can.
Good, good, good. Who have I not heard the name? Claire. I don't have any notes for you. Claire Ford, are you there?
Do you mean me, Michelle?
Yes, you, my darling.
Okie dokie. Well, I was in a group with Marjorie. I think she's gone now, so it's good that we had a quick chat. So basically for her to stay accountable, she wants to promote her diagnostic tool, which is a funnel. It's a what do you call it? Sorry, brain stopped working. To get people in. So she's doing that. She's got a landing page for that, and we worked out that she's doing this organically. So the target that we worked out was that she needs to infiltrate 10 Facebook groups where she can do basically like a 2-step post to get people interested. She's worked out her messaging for when people are interested in, but what she wasn't doing was getting their emails. So I suggested that in the messenger chat, she said, what's the best email address I can send this video to? So that she can start building up her list and putting their details in an Excel sheet, because she's not doing that at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, good.
So that's what she's doing. So she wants to get at least 10 people that she sends her thing to.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Thank you for sharing. And for you, what's on your agenda?
So for my agenda, it's about going from tutoring and coaching one-to-one to one-to-many. So I'm oversubscribed this month, which sounds like a nice problem to have, but it's not really. So I'm phasing out my one-to-one. So I've got to be really brave in really getting behind my group program and basically only offering that. So my strategy was that I want to enroll 6 more people to start at the beginning of April in my group program. And so I probably need to have conversations with about 20 to 25 parents to get 6 people on board. And to get those 20 to 25 parents, I'll be using organic reach and also Facebook ads, which I'm tracking, which are off at the moment because I haven't got time to even have the conversations. So I'll be turning them on again, kind of mid-March, 14th of March, I'll turn them back on.
Good, 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 good. Thank you so much for that, Claire. So have I covered everybody? Is anyone been left behind? We don't want any of that. So anyone, I think I've covered everyone. I'm just looking at the names and on the screen. I think everyone's covered, which is good. Right, so my question to you, first and foremost, was that helpful, just talking through what you're working on and for me to push back to make sure, you know, you've got some numbers, you've got some dates, some plot, brilliant. And what is coming up just from here, that marketing is a big thing. Marketing is always going to be a big thing for everybody. So I'm thinking that probably we should do some training around marketing. It may not be me delivering that actually, but I'll see what I can pull together. But yeah, marketing, from what everyone's saying, everyone's working on something which requires to attract people to buy from them. That's what business is. So marketing will always be a major thing. So we could probably look at doing something around there. I'll speak to Simone about it. And I'm going to open up for 5 minutes. We can finish before 7. So I'm going to open up for 5 minutes of questions about anything, not the revenue. I'm just putting my hand up, not the revenue. That's Simone, but anything else I can answer. So I saw Raha, you first.
Just a quick question. Drogamata, can you give me your phone number, please? Send it to me in the chat. I've put a couple of messages. So if you could do that so that I can put you on the WhatsApp group. That's all. Thank you.
And actually, that's a good point. So so there's some people just today, we had to put you in a different group because the groups that we had already created, only you were here present. So what we're going to do, Shireen, you don't know this yet, but what we're going to do is we're going to give you the names of everybody who's in your group, because there's a couple of people here today and there was only one of you. We're not going to leave you by yourself. So we put you in a group, but that's not going to be your normal group. So we're just going to do that for any of the new people today to make sure. There's some people already in the right group, like Michelle, Sophia, you guys were in the right group, but there are a couple of people who were by themselves and we just put you in a group today. So we'll get very clear on who's in your group and your group name, so everybody is aware. So that's one thing. But yeah, we have Dr. Faith, Sean, Sophia, and then I think we're good to go. Dr. Faith.
Yeah, I didn't actually get to speak at all, Michelle, but all I want to say is I have an event that I've created today, which is in solidarity with Ukraine, and it's to reduce stress, and we will finish with prayer for those who love prayer, to pray for peace. And it's on 20th of March, and I put the link into the chat.
Awesome, thank you, Marta. You don't worry, you weren't missed because somebody did share what you were working on.
Yeah, I don't mean that. I just mean that I haven't had an opportunity to speak to the whole group.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, not a problem. So you put your link in the chat, yeah?
Who was it that wanted my phone number?
Raha. So if you can do that separately, that'd be great. So we've got your link. Thank you for sharing that, Marta. That's great. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so Dr. Faith.
Okay, so I'm just a little confused on how to go forward. Are we supposed to, because I can't go to the mastermind on Saturday because it's 3 in the morning here. So I can't, wake up that early for that. But where did we go from? So here's my issue. I started with the pilot program in December, late December, early January. And
training that I spoke about, and I wasn't quite sure what she meant, so I didn't want to leave without trying to at least clarify for her. So maybe if she could ask me again, like remind me what I was saying.
It was talking about getting engagement on your social media post, and I think you mentioned you'd done some training on it or something.
I have been doing like loads of Russell Brunson stuff.
Right.
So Russell Brunson, I've been doing like working on my expert story, working on my story, basically my copy, and also doing, the survey I done. So powerful when it comes to wording for your marketing. So we'll see how it all turns out, but that's what I've been doing.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Sean, and for circling back to answer that question. I think it was Pamela and then Angela.
Okay, well, I don't actually have a question. I just wanted to comment on your hair. I just think it looks amazing. As I have mixed race children, I know how much this you do. I mean, I'm just amazed how many times you do it. But I think it really compliments you. So I just wanted to comment on that. And I also just wanted to comment on the way that you have managed all the questions when you were, caught in the deer lights, when we're in a learning capacity. And so therefore it's not been easy for you because you didn't know the answers, but I think you managed it so well. And I'm just so proud to be part of this GTeX because you're doing such a great job.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate it because, I don't know everything. So, but wherever, do you know what? This is a perfect example of when things can go wrong in your business.
Yeah.
It's how you handle it, right?
Yeah, and you handled it so well, and I just think it's just amazing. We're all in the same boat. We're all wanting to learn, and you're just genuine. You're just so genuine. I just think it's great. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. But like I said, it's how we handle things, and things go wrong on tech. Because everything was checked beforehand, but things still go out of alignment. So I just want to say thank you all for your patience as well. So for sticking with us. It's going to get right. We will get this right. Angela, last but by no means least.
Thank you very much. I'll come on video. I just wanted to say that I've put in the chat a link to my retreat day. I've done it just for feedback, because we're talking about marketing, we're talking about content. So if people wouldn't mind having a look and then giving me some feedback on what they're seeing, because if it doesn't make sense to somebody else, then, like, you know, to any of you guys, it's not going to make sense to somebody else either. So it would be really nice if you wouldn't mind doing that for me. I'd really, really appreciate it.
Oh, that's very, we will definitely do that. So guys, I'll put the link again there. So please click on that link, and so what I want us to do is to reconvene in the Facebook group. And actually, Angela, in the Facebook group, can you repost the link and just say you're putting on this retreat? We'll love some feedback in terms of the marketing or the design or whatever you want feedback. If you put that in the Facebook group, and then everyone can answer, I can, and other people are not here as well.
Thank you. Yes, I will do that. Thank you.
Right, brilliant, good. I think we've come to the end. So guys, thank you so much again for your patience. Thank you for sticking with us. I'm just totally committed to this, and to seeing the results, because it's all about results here. Data does the talking. Data does the talking. So let's just commit to the process. Fill out all your accountability questions. We are going to get a redefinition and clarity on whether it's going to be called monthly recurring or whatever the term. We're going to get that right, making sure that everyone understands that we're all on the same page. And what I'm going to do, once you finish your questions, your answers, I will go into them. I will look at the 3 main areas which I mentioned before. I'll give you either some feedback, some guidance, or link to some resources that I know of, and then you can just do the work. Yeah, so at least you can go back, and I think you get a notification so you know that it's there. So I did this for everybody on the last month. There's more people, so there's more work for me to do, but we were going to do it and help you along. So thank you so much, guys, for coming. Thank you for spending 2 hours with us, and we'll see you next week, Thursday. Take care, and remember, the product mastery is this Saturday. Take care, guys.
Thanks, Michelle.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Michelle,
Bye,
did
bye.
you see my message?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see my message?